Good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to PCTV's coverage of Portage Central boys basketball on the Portage Central YouTube channel. Today, the Portage Central Mustangs take on the Otsego Bulldogs here at home. I'm Owen Musialczyk here with Peyton Ruthven, and we'll be covering the thrilling action of this event for this evening. Peyton, before we start, give us a quick rundown.
Well, Owen, this should be an exciting game between these two teams, as all these kids have grown up playing against each other, so it should be one of the more competitive games we will see this early in the season. Both teams are coming into this matchup with a record of 1-0. The Mustangs put a beat down on Coldwater last week, beating them by 22. Otsego, on the other hand, had a close matchup against Vicksburg, pulling away in the end, winning by 9.
Sounds like we have an exciting matchup here tonight at Portage Central. We'll be back after these starting lineups. And as we start, the Otsego Bulldogs are going to win the tip. And a quick three by Lingbeek. Air ball there. Just getting warmed up tonight. Porter with the ball for the Mustangs. Gives it to Beechnaw. Beechnaw back to Porter.
Let's see what this Mustang offense can do right now.
Porter takes it himself, and a nice floater off the backboard goes to put up the Mustangs 2-0 early.
Good defense.
Great defense by the Mustangs after that quick basket. And a three there from number 20, Brevin Gabos, does not fall. Ball back to the Mustangs. Johnson brings the ball up, gives it to Swope. Jab step Swope back to Johnson, a three, and that will fall for Johnson there. Ben Johnson, the sophomore, coming off a huge 30-point game to start the season. And a reverse layup there by Gabos does not fall.
That was good defense by the Mustangs on there.
Johnson with the ball.
Let's see if this Mustang offense can slow down and get some points.
Porter dancing around. Finds Beechnaw, another three, and that will fall up in the net. And a timeout by the Bulldogs early. We'll be back after this quick timeout. And the Mustangs carrying all the energy early in this first quarter, leading 8-0. Let's see if the Bulldogs can come out of this timeout and get something started.
Mustangs in a full press here. Let's see if they can stop them.
And a good drive there by Vanderarth.
Get up there.
And a good block there by the Mustangs, showing the strong defense that they have. Off Johnson's back. Good play there. And that's going to take Marks to the line. And the first one does not fall there for the Bulldogs. Still struggling to find some first points. The second one a little strong there. Out of bounds, is going to stay with the Bulldogs.
That's a questionable call right there. Could go either way, but I think it's Mustangs ball.
Yeah, I think most of the people in here would agree with you on that one, Peyton. And good D there by the Mustangs again. Trap in the corner, they get it out. And an easy layup there for number 20, Brevin Gabos.
It looks like the Bulldogs are trying a full court press, but not as effective as the Mustangs.
Here's Swope with the ball. Gives it to Gruder. Gruder keeps it for himself. Beach in the corner. Three there's a little off, but rebound the Mustangs. Porter.
Good dish.
Back to the corner for Swope. That one won't fall either. And Beachnall grabs the board and puts it back up for two.
Great offensive possession by the Mustangs right there. The ball just couldn't get away from their hands.
Yeah, the Bulldogs continuing to struggle here after this press the Mustangs are showing. And a mid-range there for Gabos will fall.
Good ball movement by the Mustangs. Wide open.
And a layup there by Beachnall, breaking this press with no issue. Number 4, wide open three in the corner will fall.
Great contested shot right there. Ended in a make.
Wesseldijk on the three there. Swope double team, takes it himself, and some good D there by Gabos.
Very good D. Let's see if the Mustangs can get a very good stop on defense right here.
Good D there by Gruder. One-on-one here on a fast break, and he's going to be fouled. Nice strong take there by Gavin Gruder, sending him to the line for two. Gruder with the first. Nothing but net there for him.
Bang, bang.
Few substitutions here for the Bulldogs.
Cash money. GG, Gavin Gruder.
And a quick steal there by Johnson to get the ball right back. Gruder wanted to shoot the three but wasn't going to. Throws a turnover there. Just a far pass.
Telegraphed his pass too much.
And a good putback there by number 30, Kyle Lingbeek.
Bulldogs in a full court press right here. Gavin Gruder and Peyton Porter just passing it back to each other.
And the Blake Marks, that's going to be his first tonight. And just like that, the Bulldogs are back in this game, 11-14. Johnson, open three. And that will fall for him.
Good defense by 10.
And the Bulldogs look rushed here. Number 23 is going to pull from deep.
The bank was open on that one.
Jack Holmes coming off the bench, making that one with no issue. Porter takes it. Another floater. Little weak on that one. Will not fall. Fake spin there. Good dish. Good D.
An unlucky bounce for the Mustangs. It was great defense, but just went the opposite direction.
Yeah, the Bulldogs showing some energy here late in the first.
Great foul call by the refs. That one was pretty obvious.
Let's see if Beechnaw can sink these two to put them up by 2.
I think everybody in the gym saw that one.
Beach hits the
The
first
opposing
one.
student section barking. I'm not sure how I feel about that one. Jake Jongs Longman subbed in. Cash money.
And Beechnaw hits the second. Here's an even deeper press showed by the Mustangs, but the Bulldogs break it pretty easily. 1-on-2. And that layup is going to be good for number 12, Nicholas Lopez. The Bulldogs sharing the love here tonight. Almost everyone has scored on their team that has touched the floor.
Good job by Noah Swope by drawing the defensive foul by the Otsego Bulldogs. Let's see what they can do right here.
Swope 1-on-1 here at the top of the key.
He's smooth like butter, folks.
Johnson gives it to Gruder. Gruder trying to make something happen. And the Bulldogs showing some good defense here now. Deep 3 from Beach, and that goes. Nothing but net.
That's just what that man does. Business casual.
If I'm not mistaken, that's 12 for Beechnaw on the night so far. As Johnson steals the ball, dishes it to Swope. Easy layup there for Noah Swope.
That's some pretty basketball right there. I love it. I love it.
And another steal. Johnson. And lots of players on the floor here as the Mustangs get the timeout. That's a lucky timeout call there for the Mustangs. And there's some arguing going on.
It's a very lucky timeout call by Coach Higgy. It was much needed as Noah Swope was on the ground, just fighting for the ball. His first team, first family to get this win.
24-18, the Mustangs lead. Already getting heated here in Portage Central. You might want to stick around. We'll see you after this break. And it's going to be the Mustangs ball coming out here after this timeout. Beach looking for Longman. Instead gives it to Swope. Swope takes it right away. Tough floater there, does not fall. Rebound to the Bulldogs. A good drive there, kicks it out to number 23. And number 3, Blake Marks, is going to pull it out after almost a lost possession there for the Bulldogs.
Oh, somebody lost their shoe right in the middle of the floor.
And good D there by the Mustangs, but that's going to be a foul.
Very questionable call, Owen. Very questionable.
Yeah, Longman not excited about that one, as that's going to be his first on the night.
Looked clean to me, but I'm not the ref. I don't have his eyes. I don't know what he saw.
Johnson down court, not enough time there.
He was just unaware of the timing on the clock.
Yeah.
He's still young. He's got plenty of time to make up for it. He's still got plenty of time to learn the game. I'm very confident in that young man.
24-18, the Mustangs lead here into the second quarter. 56 seconds until we are back into the action. We'll see you then. And the Mustangs ball leading out to start the second quarter.
Let's see if the Mustangs can put together a good lead going into the half. And that is not going in the right direction so far.
Yeah, that's not a good turnover for the Mustangs. Definitely not what you want to start the second quarter, only being up 6 especially. And a good look there for Lopez, just a little strong off the glass, will not fall for him. Mustangs come down with the ball. Swope directing traffic, calls for a screen, does not take it, gives it to Johnson instead. And a little strong there on the 3, rebound Bulldogs. And a wide open, Vanderhorst at the top, sinks to 3, nothing but net. And just like that, it's a one-possession game here at Portage Central. Beachnaw drives it, kicks it to Longman, and he's going to be fouled on the way up, sending him to the line for the first time tonight. Longman, a new face to this team, took a few years off from basketball, decided for his senior year to play again. Let's see how these free throws look here.
Let's see if there's any rust that's accumulated over the years. I'm very confident that he'll sink both of these right here.
The first one a little short there. It was on the mark, just not enough legs for Longman. As Gavin Gruder checks in for Swope. Swope going to be taking a break for the first time tonight. Peyton Porter waiting to check in for the shooter. A little confusion here. The rest talking to both coaches, not sure what's going on, but looks like Longman is going to continue to shoot his free throw. And that one will fall. Good bounce there for Longman, giving him his first points tonight. The Mustangs showing that press, not as hard as they were the first quarter, but it's still there. The Bulldogs break it, no problem. And that looked like a clean block by Longman, but that's going to be a foul on number 20, Brevin Gabos. That's Longman's second tonight. The first one's going to fall there for Gabos. Payne Porter's going to check in for Longman after those two quick fouls. Nothing wrong with them, just playing a little aggressive, giving them a breather. The second one is going to be good for Gabos, giving him 6 on the night. Almost another turnover there by the Mustangs.
Good ball movement. Oh.
Free ball by Johnson is going to be tipped. And that's a jump ball there. Johnson showing some good hustle there, getting back after his three was tipped and fighting for the ball.
It looks like the Mustangs are taking their full court pressure back.
It's more of a half-court pressure look here as the game is within 2. Mustangs still lead, but not by much. And the Bulldogs come out with that one. Both teams touching it a few times before the Bulldogs corral it. Number 30, Lingbeek, saves it. And the ball might have touched everyone on the floor there. No one could grab it. But eventually the Mustangs are going to throw it off of the Bulldogs and keep the ball. The Mustangs break that with ease. Beechnaw fumbles it out of bounds, giving the ball right back to the Bulldogs. The Mustangs looking for a floor general as Swope is on the bench. Johnson or Porter, one of them has to decide that they need to take care of the ball. And with that, Coach Higgy is going to send Noah to the scoring table, waiting to check in. And a foul there by Porter. Not a great foul that you want to see. Definitely one he could have avoided. And here comes Swope for Johnson. Marks with the ball. Guarded by Porter. A good pass there to Marks. And some aggressive defense shown by the Mustangs, trying to get this ball back and make their lead a little bit bigger. And that's going to be a turnover by the Bulldogs. They end up throwing it out of bounds after that long offensive drive. Number 5, Luis DeGrande checking in for Blake Marks. He's going to take his first breather of the night. Kiesling with the ball, finds Gruder in the corner. Gruder drives it himself, kicks it out to Swope. Porter with the ball, some good moves and a layup there.
Great take by Pete Porter.
That's what the Mustangs needed. 27-23, the Mustangs lead. Good trap there by the Mustangs. The Bulldogs get out of it. Lots of traps here from the Mustangs that the Bulldogs have been able to get out of. Let's see if they can score on this drive. No, good take. Big man take there. Nolan Vanderhurst. Good take. The Mustangs turn the ball over. 3-on-1. And that's a hard foul there. Porter just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
That's just unlucky right there.
Yeah, you can tell he didn't mean to do it and that he's upset about that one, but unfortunately that's going to be a foul. With that foul, that's going to be Porter's second on the night. Still talking to the refs. And that one rolls in and out there for Gabos. Ben Johnson checking in for number 30, Alex Kiesling, and number 11, Adam Bell, showing his face for the first time tonight, checking in for number 20, Alex Beechnaw, as Gabos hits the second one, giving him 7 in the first half.
Good pass.
And a beautiful pass, cannot be finished by Porter, unfortunately. And some big man ball underneath. Number 14, Nolan Vanderhurst, showing his strength tonight.
With that bucket, the Otsego Bulldogs just took the lead away from the Mustangs.
Their first lead of the night on the road. Let's see if they can keep this energy.
Right down 131.
And a terrible pass there by Gruder will turn the ball over. The Bulldogs full head of steam. And that will go there. Number 4, Callum Weselick. And that's going to cause Coach Higgy and the Mustangs to call a timeout and try to transfer this energy over. Peyton, if you're Coach Higgy, what are you telling your team here at home tonight, down by 3?
I'm telling my team we got to lock in. We got to prove to our fans, everybody here in this gym, that we know how to handle this pressure. We know how to win games, and yeah, just handle adversity.
Yeah, I totally agree, especially this early in the season. Something to prove after an interesting season last year. Let's see what they can do coming out of this one. And the Mustangs, all 3 guards in now, Swope, Johnson, and Porter, as well as Adam Bell and Gavin Gruder. No bigs on the court, trying to get some points on the board. And Johnson sinks the 3.
And they did just that, Owen. They got some points on the board.
With that 3, that's going to be a tie game here, 30-30.
We are all tied up right now, 30-30. This game has been full of some aggressive defense and some good and bad offense so far. Let's see where this game takes it from here.
Yeah, just like you were saying, that's some good defense coming out of that timeout for the Mustangs, getting the ball right back. And the Bulldogs showing a zone here. See if the Mustangs can break it.
Good pump fake by Peyton Porter right there.
Yeah, lots of ball movement shown by the Mustangs. As Swope's going to take it, dish it out to Porter. Does not fall for him, and that's going to be a foul. Number 14, Nolan Vanders. That's going to be his second tonight. Alex Beechnaw is going to check in for the Mustangs. Few subs for the Bulldogs as well. The Mustangs get it in no problem. Swope looking for something to do, finds Porter in the corner. Right back to Swope, back to Porter, playing a two-man game here. Finally gives it to Johnson, who gives it back to Porter. Some good D, and the Bulldogs are gonna turn that one over. Definitely not a turnover you wanna see with a tie game, reaching just to a minute before the half.
Seems like our offense right there was just too indecisive with what they wanted to do.
Yeah, and they look a little sped up. They don't know. Nobody wants the ball, it looks like. They're just passing it around, and eventually it's going to be a turnover. As Guter strips the ball, gives it to Beach, and he's going to throw that one down. Big dunk there. And the Bulldogs come right back, and that's a layup there. 32-32. Beach in the corner for three. And a little off there. The Bulldogs are going to come down with that one. As the gym just got some energy after that big play.
Back-to-back big plays.
Yeah, we definitely have a game here on our hands. Let's see what Blake Marks wants to do with it here. And a timeout by the Bulldogs. Let's see what the Otsego Bulldogs can draw up in this timeout and see if they can get a quick bucket before the half. And here's the Bulldogs with the ball. 15 seconds and some change left on the board. Tie game at 32. Marks is gonna throw it cross court to Limbeek.
See if the Bulldogs can get some last second points here. He throws up a
fadeaway
prayer,
three.
and it's an air ball.
That's gonna be an air ball for the Bulldogs, leaving the score tied 32-32 at half. Let's see what these teams can draw up at halftime and who can take the energy and take this game home with them. We'll see you after the half. Welcome back after halftime to this early season shootout between the Portage Central Mustangs and the Otsego Bulldogs. Tied at 32 on this beautiful December night, and boy, do we have a game on our hands. Thank you for joining us as we start the second half. And a quick bucket there for Noah Swope.
Makes sense. He's QB1. Great vision. Makes sense.
The Bulldogs looking for a basket to answer. And a foul there on number 2, Peyton Porter.
That was a weak foul, in my opinion. Very weak foul. Miss Bowen would agree.
That's going to be his 3rd personal tonight. And the first one falls there for Marks. Alex Kiesling will check in for Porter after that foul. And the second one falls as well for Marks, giving him 4 on the night. The Mustangs looking no rush to get a basket here as it is tied at 34. Swope gives it to Johnson. Keys gives Johnson's a screen, does not take the 3 instead, gives it to Beechnall. Beechnall pull-up jumper, mid-range, and that's going to be an air ball. I'm not sure if it was tipped or not, but
I'm pretty sure it was tipped off the shot. I think
Yeah.
that's what the ref said down there. Good save by Noah.
Swope takes it himself. That will not fall for him.
Great board by Kiesling down there.
And Beach from deep. And that's an air ball there. That one will not be tipped, giving the ball back to the Bulldogs.
Beechnall shot that one from another zip code. And he faced the consequences on that one.
Some good tees shown by the Mustangs. And the Bulldogs passing the ball around and finally find an easy layup there.
That's just great offense right there. Great ball movement. Get an easy lay.
Nolan Vanderoost with the bucket. Swope's going to be tripped up there.
Good call on the floor.
And that foul is going to be on Vanderoost again. 3rd personal.
Seems like there may be a few trash talk words being said on the floor.
Yeah, that energy that was shown during that scuffle earlier in the game is definitely back. Gruder with the ball, finds Beechnall in the corner. Beach wanted a foul, but they're not going to give it to him. Instead, they're just going to give him the ball. And Beach definitely a key player in the game tonight. While we were away at halftime, they announced that he was the leading scorer of the game with 14 so far. Let's see what he can do in the second half. And that's going to be on the floor again. It's getting heated. Technical called there. Looks like on number 30, Alex Kiesling.
I am not sure what quite just happened right there. Seems like everybody in the crowd's just as confused as we are up here.
Even the refs talking to everyone, trying to figure out what happened.
I think the refs are confused.
They are going to call a technical there on Alex Kiesling.
Nobody really knows what for, though. It's a mystery.
That's definitely not ideal either, being down by 2. The first one is off the mark there for Marks. The second one falls for him. Longman coming in for Kiesling, going to give him a little bit of breather and think about what just happened.
Let's see what the big man can do to help this Mustang offense and defense turn this game around.
Yeah, knowing Jay, he can get a little hot-headed, so let's see if he can keep his head above all of this trash talk going on down on the floor. The Bulldogs are also going to get the ball because of the technical. Let's see if they can score another basket to grow their lead even higher. And a 3 from Wesseldick will not fall, but the Bulldogs will come down with it. And that's going to be a bad pass there by Marks, turned over.
Good job by Noah getting in the passing lane. And it looked like as if the Otsego player tried to tackle Noah Swope as he was dribbling the ball. Not sure what he was thinking right there, but you know what? We live and we learn.
Yeah, that's another rough play there. As the refs are going to talk to the scoring table, trying to figure something out. We're not sure. And it looks like it's going to stay Mustangs ball. No change in anything. As Swope brings the ball up. Good defense there. Longman up with it. Will not fall. Wants a foul. No call there. It's going to stay with the Mustangs.
A lot of questionable faces in this gym. As if a lot of people thought Jake got fouled on a shot right there.
Swope looking for Beechnaw and
one. It's a great take by Alex Beechnaw right there. That's a grown man right there. Look at him. Look at him.
And the free throw for Beechnaw is not going to fall. 16 points still under his name. 4:42 left in this third quarter. Mustangs down by 1. And a 3 ball from the corner will not fall for the Bulldogs. Looked like that's a travel there, but they're not going to call it. And that 3 will fall. Blake Marks. Blake Marks heating up this quarter. 8 points for him.
Getting the first 3 of the half.
Gruder open in the corner. Floater pass.
Very athletic take.
Layup will not fall for him. And that's a foul again, sending Beechnaw to the line. Kyle Lindbeek with the foul. That's his second personal. Let's see if Alex can get both of these to go for him to cut down this lead to 2. And the first one, nothing but net there. Nick Lopez is going to check in for the Bulldogs. And the second one good for Beechnaw as well. 18 on the night. And a good find there by Marks. Wanted to take that layup, but didn't, instead pass it off. Marks is going to be double teamed by Longman and Beechnaw, forcing him to call a timeout instead of turning over the ball. 38-40, Bulldogs lead. We'll see you after this quick break. Marks throws it in for the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs not really sure what they want to do. And that one's going to be tipped out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Bulldogs.
Jake feels like he didn't touch that ball just by the look on his face.
Yeah, a few questionable calls here on both sides of the ball. Just so close calls that it really just depends on what the ref's feeling tonight. That's a really bad throwing pass. Going to turn that one over.
Very questionable throwing pass. I don't even know where he was looking.
Yeah, that one wasn't touched by anyone on either side. It's just going to go straight out of bounds. The Mustangs are going to throw it in where he threw it in.
It was just some bad communication.
Johnson with a floater, and that was perfect there for
wet like water.
Ben Johnson. That's going to give him double digits on the night, 11 points. Tying the game at 40 as well. Jake Longman playing some good defense there, forcing the Bulldogs to travel and turn the ball right back over.
Looked like he was going to another country right there.
Forgot to pack his bags.
See if the Mustangs can take a quality shot right here.
Beachnaw with the three. Nothing but net there.
Bang time, Alex Beachnaw. Don't forget the name.
21 points for Alex Beachnaw on the night as Gruder strips that one away. Wide open layup, and he misses that one there.
There was just too much pressure for Gavin. Pressure got to him.
And one on the other end for the Bulldogs. Number 23, Jack Holmes, making his presence known under the basket.
Very large swing of emotions here tonight. It's just the game of basketball right there.
Yeah, I think within that span of 30 seconds, most of the crowd got up on their feet at some point.
Pure chaos. Let's see if he can make this free throw to tie the game up.
And it rolls in eventually.
It was like a toilet bowl.
43-43. 2 minutes and 36 seconds left on the board here in Portage Central. Both teams showing as much energy as they were in the first quarter. Let's see who can hold this one longer. Another three from Beach. And that one's going to fall.
Like I said before, it's simple. Don't forget the name Alex Beachnaw. Kid's a GOAT.
Alex Beachnaw heating up tonight. 23 points for him. And that's another steal by there by Gruder.
Let's slow it down, Gavin.
And that one he's going to make there. That's a good hesitation there by Gruder.
He really took his time on that one. Didn't want to repeat like the last one. It's a great play all around.
He got a little too excited there on defense, though. He's going to get called for the foul.
Mustangs were able to generate a 5-point lead in this third quarter. Let's see if they can hold on to it.
Yeah, ever since that technical, the Bulldogs have seemed a little shaken up. Let's see if they can break that or if the Mustangs are going to keep this energy.
You would think it'd be the other way around since the Mustangs got the technical, but nope. Just added fuel to their fire.
And an air ball there by the Bulldogs. Close floater. Not enough push there. Beach from deep.
Oh, way downtown, a little short.
Yeah, a little deep there. Heat check, some might call that. And a charge.
Look at the big guy getting dirty.
Jake Longman setting his feet.
That's what we like to see.
And taking the hit.
Getting physical. Jake Jones Longman. Remember the name.
And like we were saying earlier, Jake Longman coming back after a few-year break. That's a turnover there for the Mustangs.
Peyton Porter getting subbed in.
Otsego making some substitutions as well here.
See if Peyton can put the clamps on this kid right here.
A zone defense here, 2-3 defense for the Mustangs. See how the Bulldogs respond. And an and one there. Blake Marks.
That was a great take.
Yeah, definitely a shifty left-handed guard. Let's see if he can make this free throw to go for 3.
That was the kind of take that says, I'm a grown man. That's what he just said right there with that take.
A little short there on the free throw. Porter with the ball, gives it to Johnson.
Final 40 seconds of the third quarter.
Johnson from the deep corner. That one's going to be a little bit off. Here come the Bulldogs. Gabos for 3, hits it.
Otsego tying the game up with that clutch 3.
10 points there for Gabos. Back-to-back plays here by both teams. No one letting up so far. Noah with a strong take, a little too strong. And Swope slow to get up after running into the ref. Hopefully he's okay for the Mustangs.
Our trainer Lance going to take a look at him.
Yeah, as we saw earlier in the game, when Noah got subbed out, no one really knew who the leader was and who was going to take care of the ball. So we'll see after this break if he can come back in or not. And as we start this fourth quarter, we're tied at 48. The Bulldogs to throw it in.
Been a very tight game all game. Let's see who pulls it out in the end.
Very back and forth. Both teams bringing high energy and great defense. And just with that, Gruder takes the ball from the Bulldogs.
The kid's a pickpocket.
And he's going to take that one himself again for the 3rd time. Does not make it, and is going to be called for a charge.
I think that was the right call right there. The kid had his feet set. Just a Silly mistake by Gavin right there.
Yeah, just like we were saying, good defense by the Mustangs to take the ball, and the Bulldogs showing no mercy and taking it right back.
Nothing hurt, though. Nothing hurt.
And the Bulldogs got a big man taking the ball right now. Almost another turnover. And there's Gruder taking the ball again.
You guessed it, the pickpocket, Gruder.
Ball is going to be fumbled out of bounds. The Bulldogs are going to keep it on their own side.
It was a loose ball right there, just found its way out of bounds.
One-on-one with Longman, and unfortunately that one's going to fall for the Bulldogs. Longman playing good D, not fouling. And an interesting pass there by Porter. The Bulldogs showing that hustle again on the floor.
That loose ball could have been very ugly.
And Longman pulling the ball down.
Peyton Porter did the smart move by jumping out of the way.
Gruder from the corner. Little strong there. Rebound Bulldogs. Nobody in the backcourt for the Mustangs. And an open layup there for number 12, Nicholas Lopez.
To me right there, it looked like that kid just took 6 steps. I thought that was a travel all day.
The Bulldogs up 3, 52-48.
Mustangs trailing by 4 right here. Let's see if their offense can get it working. Oh, had Beechnaw.
And Johnson turns it over. The Bulldogs continuing to carry this energy with them. Noah Swope checks into the game. Let's see how that ankle's holding up. As Longman, after some good defense, is going to take a breather. And Nicholas Lopez, number 12, doing it all himself. An and one basket there for him.
I got one word for that. Tough.
Like you were saying earlier, that's a grown man play there.
Very grown man. Wow.
That foul is going to be on Swope. And he hits the free throw as well, completing the and one to grow the lead to 7.
Mustangs got to put their big boy pants on now.
Porter turns the ball over just as you said that. In a wide open under the basket.
He heard Beechnaw's footsteps coming, got too scared.
Yeah, the Bulldogs get the ball back. See if the Mustangs can get it, or if the Bulldogs are going to continue to carry this energy. Another putback by the Bulldogs will not fall. Another rebound. Fadeaway floater, that won't fall. And a rebound finally by the Mustangs, number 4.
The Mustangs couldn't buy a rebound right there. Maybe it would be a good idea to get at least one more big body in there for Mustangs so they can get some more of these rebounds.
I totally agree with you. Just like we were talking about before the game, the Mustangs lack in size compared to the Bulldogs. And so far we've been seeing that under the boards. The Bulldogs just doing what they want, grabbing whichever ball they need. The deep 3 by Johnson. Interesting 3, won't fall. Keys with the putback. That's going to be his first points of the night. Bad pass there by the Bulldogs, tipped out of bounds off the Mustangs, going to stay with them. Porter's going to check in for the Mustangs as Alex Beechnaw takes a seat.
Keys jumping out of his mind to try to block that inbound.
Good D by Keys.
Great defense.
And a good find there. Porter's going to tip that one out of bounds.
That's just a lot of solid D right there, Owen.
I totally agree. It's going to stay with the Bulldogs.
A chant right now from our student section would be great. It would help our defense so much.
Yeah, I haven't heard much from them tonight.
And been quite quiet.
Nicholas Lopez continuing to do his thing, giving his team the lead by 7. As Gruder, beautiful take there.
Great find by Noah.
Little hesitation, making him open. 57-52 as the Bulldogs turn it over. Ben Johnson, easy layup there.
This game changed just like that. Few steals, the Mustangs are right back in this game.
Another bad pass, miscommunication for the Bulldogs, giving the Mustangs the ball right back.
Seems like that press from the Mustangs is really helping them out. Alex Beach now subbing back in.
Yeah, if you're the Mustangs here, you're definitely going to look for him to shoot after this hot night he's had. Down by 3, you need a few baskets. The Bulldogs coming out in a press. Mustangs break it pretty easily.
Good ball movement by the Mustangs.
Swope finds Gruder for 3. Rattles out. Lopez takes it himself. Another basket there. And a hard foul there. Let's see who the ref is going to call on number 3, Blake Marks. That's his 3rd personal. We'll have to see what the Bulldog coach decides to do, as he's been a key component to their team. Beach from the corner, a little strong there. Keys comes on with the rebound, finds Swope across the court. Swope throws it to Porter. Porter pulls, and that's good.
Keep Porter, bang time.
Peyton Porter quiet tonight, scoring-wise. Big play there, as Otsego is going to take a timeout. We'll see you after this break. The Bulldogs throw the ball in, leading the game tonight, 59-57. Gruder pickpockets again, finds Porter, and that's a layup there by Porter. Beautiful roll.
Sir.
59-59, the game tied once again. And here comes that chant from Portage Central.
We need that. We need that emotion from the crowd to help this defense.
Yeah, a few minutes late if you ask me, but better late than never. The Bulldogs passing the ball around, taking their time, in no rush.
Good defense by Gavin.
Marks with the ball.
Straight clamps by the Mustang defense right now.
Beautiful defense as Mark takes it. High bounce off the backboard, won't fall. And the Bulldogs get down on the ball. Kick ball there, Peyton Porter. It's going to stay with the Bulldogs.
Not much he could do there. It looked like the kid threw it right at him.
Yeah, if anything, this game tonight has been very aggressive. The deciding factor between who gets the ball on these types of plays, the 50-50 plays, of who's getting on the floor, and so far it's been the Bulldogs. Here comes a double team, and a foul there by Ben Johnson. Not what the Mustangs wanted.
It's okay though, the Mustangs, both teams have a few fouls to spare.
That's gonna be Johnson's third personal. He's gonna have to be careful here in the last few minutes of this fourth. Johnson, definitely a key component to this team. And if the Mustangs go into overtime, he's definitely someone you'd want on the floor. As the Mustangs sit back a little bit on defense after that foul. Here comes another double team.
Trying to apply the pressure.
The Bulldogs looking no rush. Not wasting this possession, that's for sure. Blake Marks for three. Huge three there. The Mustangs need to do something here with the ball. That's a timeout by Coach Higgy. Payne, if you're Coach Higgy here, down by 3, 50.7 seconds left in this fourth quarter at home, what are you going to ask your team to do?
I'm gonna ask my team if we can get a quick score from one of our playmakers like Noah Swope or Alex Beechnaw, because I know they're confident with the ball and I know what they can do with the ball. And yeah,
I totally agree.
Just get the ball to them.
I couldn't agree more. We'll see what happens after this quick break. We're back. Gavin Gruder throwing the ball in for the Mustangs. Gives it to Swope. Back to Gruder. Gruder doesn't give it to anyone. Instead gives it to Johnson. To Beach in the corner. Looked like he was meant to shoot it there. Instead, the Bulldogs playing great defense. He was not able to shoot it. And another timeout is going to have to be called by Coach Higgy. The play was just like you talked about, Peyton. Looking for Beechnaw to shoot the playmaker. Unfortunately, the Bulldogs were there. We'll see if they can run another play that the Bulldogs aren't ready for coming out of this break. Gruder's going to throw it in again for the Mustangs. Beach and Johnson on the floor. Two big three-point shooters for the Mustangs. Beach from deep. Nothing. No call, nothing. The Bulldogs are going to come down with that one. See the Mustangs decide to foul, and they will. Gavin Gruder. 16.2 seconds left. The Bulldogs are going to throw it in here, leading by 3. That's a foul there by Johnson. Using up those last few fouls. Gonna send Blake Marks to the line. Definitely not the ideal shooter you want to send to the line. He was the one chosen for the few technical fouls earlier in the game. Let's see if he can clutch up and make both. First one's gonna fall for him, making the game a two-possession game. 63-59, the Bulldogs lead. The second one is off the back, but he's going to grab his own rebound. And fouled right again by Keys, sending him right back to the line. Marks at this point just padding his stats. That one will not fall for him. That one's gonna fall. 64-59, the Bulldogs lead. The Mustangs coming down. Give it to Johnson. Little strong there as the Bulldogs come down with that one. Foul by number 4, Noah Swope. And the crowd knows that's going to be game. Kyle Lindbeek shooting 2. And that one's gonna fall for Kyle Lindbeek. Second one's gonna fall, 66-59. Bulldogs lead. The clock's gonna run out. And the Bulldogs are gonna win. A little confusion there at the end, but the Bulldogs will win the game. 66-59 to go 2-0. Mustangs 1-1. Thank you for tuning in to this exclusive coverage of Mustangs boys basketball on the Portage Central YouTube channel, powered by PCTV. On Friday, the Mustangs head over to the Igloo to play the Huskies of PN. For me and my partner, Peyton Ruthven, I'm Owen Musialczyk, signing off.